What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to be walking you through how to set up Airbnb properties 100% remotely. Okay, so what you're going to learn, of course, how to set up properties remotely. That's why we're here. Number two, the team you need to actually do this and how to find this team. And of course, a ton of tips and tricks that I've learned along the way of doing this remotely a bunch of times. I used to think setting up properties remotely wasn't possible because the very first property that I set up, I did it myself in person, and it was terrible. Here's a couple of pictures of me and the property itself. Number one, I was literally at the property at 2 a.m. and the guests were coming the very next day. I was just scrambling to put every little finishing touch on. It was a disaster. We, of course, had a bunch of issues with the house, with the drain not working. That was a headache. And as far as my time commitment, I was doing the laundry for this entire property. And this property slept like 20 plus people. So I was literally at the laundromat. I was putting it in the washing machine, the dryer, then folding it, then moving it to the wash, dry, fold. I was literally there all day. This is a picture of not even 10% of all this stuff. And to be honest, it was a complete waste of time for me to do that. So here's other things that I did. I spent the entire day, like I said, at the laundromat, washing towels and bedding. I personally went to different stores to buy different supplies so I can get them a few dollars cheaper. I picked up furniture by myself that I literally found on Facebook Marketplace for either cheap or free. I stayed at the property until 3 a.m., making sure everything was set up perfectly. And honestly, this whole process was a nightmare and a huge time waster. Worst of all, I was moving back to Florida. So I knew that if I wanted to continue to buy more and co-host Airbnbs, I need to find a better system to set up property because I could not physically do that every single time. And that's what I'm going to show you guys is really the system that I put in place to do this remotely. And I've successfully done it remotely. And I'm actually in the middle of a project right now doing it completely remotely. And that's what I'm going to show you. So number one, who do you need to furnish a property remotely? Okay. You need three main people. You need the furniture order, which is going to be you. You need a runner, which I'm going to explain what that is in a little bit. And you need a furniture assembler. Those are the three positions you need, or really the two besides you. So let's talk about the furniture order. This is the very first step to order the right furniture and supplies, okay? If you don't order the right furniture and the right supplies, this whole process gets messed up. So with my first guest, when they checked in, they were texting me saying, hey, where's the wine glasses? Where's the spatula for the grill? And I was like, shoot, I forgot to get those things. Why? Because I didn't furnish it properly the first time. So what happened was I was hanging out with my two buddies, Ethan, and every single time I got that message from a guest saying, hey, where are the wine glasses? Hey, where's the spatula? We literally had to go to the house, go to the store, grab these things, and then go to the house to drop them off for the guest. Totally not ideal and definitely not how I do things nowadays. But this is kind of why I do things differently because it's a big pain in the butt. I didn't have the supplies that I needed when I first started. I didn't have the wine glasses. I didn't have the spatulas. Out of all the details, those were not the things that I was thinking about. So here's what I do now and what you can do as well. I have a list of all the supplies that I need for every single property, from the basics, from the beds, the mattresses, the nightstands, all the way to the minor details, things that in the grand scheme of things, you would probably not think about. Garbage bags, salt and pepper, wine opener, spatulas, all those little details. We now have them on a list. And my list has about 150 items on it. Here's just a couple of screenshots of it from the kitchen supplies, bathroom, bedding. We have so much on the list for you guys. And we'll even leave a link to the furniture list down below so you guys can actually download it as well. So feel free to grab it down below. And then, of course, how I order it is also kind of cool. So I place orders by categories. So I'll order things for just the living room. I'll order things for the bedroom, for the kitchen. And this makes tracking and organization a lot easier rather than doing one huge massive order. And then, of course, I track everything on my furniture list. So again, this is something that you guys can download. It's completely free. But when I place an order on Amazon and Walmart, I'll mark it off as ordered. So like you'll see here, if I order dish towels in a blender, for example, I'll put these check marks on here to know that I ordered it and it would turn yellow. When the items finally come, like let's pretend like we already ordered the garbage can and the hand soap container and they already came, I would mark it as delivered and it would turn green. This makes sure that I know where every little item is so I can make sure I'm keeping track of everything. Because when you're ordering thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff, it gets hard to track and gets really important the more money you spend too. So again, just you can just go in the comment section or the description section, and I'll leave a link to the furniture list for you guys for free. So once you order the furniture, what happens next? Well, then you're going to have your runner bring all of the packages inside the house. So these are like the runner duties. Most items will be delivered within a week after placing them. When they arrive at your property, you need someone to bring the packages inside so they are safe. And of course, that's where a runner comes in. They're literally going to swing by your house when packages come so that they can put it inside so it's safe and secure. And of course, depending on the location, someone may charge 25 bucks a day or something like that to go by the house. You can also negotiate that into your furniture assembly costs as well. So once all the furniture is delivered, you can then send in your furniture assembler to assemble the furniture. Depending on the location or the size of the house, this could obviously also significantly range in price as well. All right, then what happens after that is cleaning and photos. So once you have your furniture assembler go in, assemble the furniture, then you're going to have a cleaner go in, clean the property, make sure everything's picture perfect. And then of course, you're going to send in your photographer to take pictures of the property. Now, while all this is happening in the background, you're going to be setting up the listing, configuring the pricing, and get everything set up on the back end so that when those photos are done, you can go live. And even I recommend going live before you have the photos completely done, but you'll have the photos there as kind of like the finishing touch. Okay. And then of course, where to find the dream team. So 3 main sources that I like the best. Number 1, referrals. If someone's going to recommend somebody, I really take that to heart. So whether that's a realtor, a Facebook group, or other short-term rental hosts, those are really important. Thumbtack is a really great website to find qualified people to assemble furniture, to be your runner, handyman, stuff like that. And then Google, of course, you can't go wrong with Google. They have so many people on there that you can search to help you either, again, with handyman stuff, with furniture assembly, or even the runner duties. Cool. And the best part of this all is as a co-host, you get paid to simply manage the process that I outlined. So even when I do this process that I explained for you guys 2 different ways. I do it for co-hosting clients and I do it for properties that I buy. When I do it for properties that I buy, I don't like pay myself extra for it because it's my property. But when I do it for a co-hosting client, and same thing that you guys can do, if you're co-hosting for somebody and you're managing this process for them, you can charge them for it depending on the size of the property, depending on how much furniture and everything that's included. This could be $1,000, $2,000, or even more, again, just depending on what exactly you're doing. So just to recap what we talked about, number 1, super important to set up the property properly from the start. So the right supplies, the right furniture, and the right organization system. Number 2, build your dream team. So this is your runner, your furniture assembler, your cleaner, and your photographer. And then number 3, make money. Charge your clients for you to manage this process for them so that you get paid upfront even before the property is live. I hope you guys get a ton of value out of this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.